Yo, yo, yo. What's good, man? We back again. End of the year review. It's your boy Shooter. Catch me at Tree Culture at _studios. We got my boy Ace. What's good, Ace?
You already know, bro. We here, baby.
For sure.
Check me out, Ace Lombardi on IG.
Okay. And we got Moses.
Moses.
What's the deal?
Moses time. Check me out. Instagram and all of the socials with a Y.
Facts. Yeah, man, we back with the end of the year review, man. And we talking Kraven the Hunter. You know what I mean? Let's jump right into it, man. He got a new movie that came out. Marvel, Sony. What y'all feel about it? Give us your thoughts. You seen it? I seen it.
We'll start with you.
Here we go.
Because I already know what's going. I'm gonna say some positive report. Most is gonna be like he ain't like it. But nah, it was a good movie. I liked it. I liked how it started. The whole jail scene was dope when he told homeboy he was only gonna be there for 3 days. That was crazy. The villains could have been done a little bit better. Cause I think the best villain really wasn't Rhino and Chameleon, it was his pops. Because his pops orchestrated the whole thing. So he was basically the best villain. You really want to be technical. I do agree with Moses. I don't like how he became Kraven, but I think they highlighted a lot of things that he can do. I like the way that he can climb. He landed like a cat. Anytime his eyes turned colors, that's when he communicated with the animals. So it was definitely dope. Definitely dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did have animal powers, which he had the strength of a lion. He could see in the dark as good as a lion. He could jump as high as a lion, and he could climb like a lion. It's pretty much all lion stuff at that point, which did throw me off a bit because I get it. King of the Jungle supposed to be the apex hunter, but at this point, bro, it's just the powers of a lion. You get me? They relied a lot on it. His mediocre super strength, and a lot of it was a bit inconsistent for me at some points. But at the same time, I'll stick with it. I wanted them to lean a bit more into the community with animals thing. I did like that ability that they gave him, or because he has ability in the comics where not like an ability, but he's very keen on taming animals. So he can tame animals very easily. So that's basically what they converted to the communion, and they also made him a pacifist towards animals. So like he's on their side. No, I hunt people. I'm a hunter of people. It's kind of like a big theme throughout the movie, which it gets boring after a while after hearing it for like 5th time. But the action holds up. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good action. Could be a bit more consistent throughout, but I feel as if it's a good watch. It's a good family watch. You can watch it again, but not like immediately after. Give me time.
I liked it. I do agree with you though. It did give me the feel of, and I think it was also the perception of the lion and how they showed like the lion blood dropped in him, and then you know what I'm saying. So it gave the interpretation of that he really just only had lion powers. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a major thing. I like the movie overall. I think what they should have done, honestly, was just give us Kraven straight up, action pack, and then maybe in the second movie, kind of go back into how he got his powers and all that. You know what I mean? Because I think all in one movie trying to show us how he got his powers and then the transgression into everything else, it would have been a 5-hour movie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think they kind of tried to, in order to fit it into one movie, they kind of changed the dynamics of it. You know what I'm saying? I like the movie though.
To be honest, I think it would have been like a great movie if they just left Kraven off of it. If they just called it like The Hunter. Yeah, that shit would have been fire, son. If they just called it The Hunter and then just put it in theaters with no relation to Marvel, Sony just dropped it And then you just see like Marvel at the end, like, what the fuck is this connected to Marvel? What do you mean? And then yeah, it would have been sick if they just called it the Hunter. But Kraven kind of messed it up because like they came in with expectations, or a lot of people came in there with expectations of it to be like low expectations based off of everything else that Sony's given us. So yeah, they should have just called it like the Hunter, and it would have been a lot better. But a lot of things that I did like about it, like you said, with the prison scene, the climbing, it was a nice showcase of his powers. That it's gonna be a bit different. I like the tone that scene set for the movie. And actually, my favorite parts of the movie was actually the family acting. Him, his brother, and I wouldn't say his father, because who was the actor that played the father? Russell Crowe. Yeah. Russell Crowe's accent was killing me every time. Why do you have to be such a pussy, Dimitri? Why do you have to be such a pussy, Dimitri? Somebody comes to assassinate me, and all I have is you. It's campy. I like that aspect of it too, because that's what I like about comic book movies, when that shit feel a bit campy. Like, it's corny, but I know it's corny. That's why I bought this ticket.
Yeah, just think about this is crazy. I mean, how do y'all feel about the villains? I think I was a little lost with the foreigner villain.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like it
That was
threw me off, and then I kept saying the whole movie, like, this guy, like, how the hell are they gonna kill this guy? He takes his glasses, 1, 2, 3, and he's somewhere else. Like, I don't know how the hell they're gonna kill this guy, and then he gets shot in the eye with a crossbow. Like, it was how y'all feel about the villain?
That was the wackest thing, bro.
That's probably the corniest kill of a villain that we've ever
seen. I completely forgot. Only thing I remember, it was like there's a jump scene from when she says, "I'm not even close."
Yeah, fact, because he was fucking Kraven up. Kraven was done.
Kraven was done for it. And she came with the crossbow and caught the nigga in the eye, and he gone.
He said, 1.
What happened to his powers? Like, how this work? If you explained his powers before, we would have felt different. We would have understand something. But I guess they want to do the whole thing with, like, his character is the foreigner. He just comes in and he just goes. But then I guess that's the same feeling I got from the movie. Because he just came and he just went. I didn't know where he came from. I didn't know where he was going, what his purpose was. He was talking about his mentor, which I think was a dude in the prison that he killed.
Cornell.
Yeah, but if the dude in the prison is the guy that you killed and he's your mentor with superpowers, why this dude didn't have superpowers?
Honestly, I don't even think that was his mentor, because he said his mentor was a hitman.
That worked for him.
That worked for the dude, because the dude in the prison was the boss. No, we never met
But
him.
how did Kraven kill him? How did Kraven kill him?
We don't know, because remember, Rhino called him in, and Rhino said, "Yo, this guy's been hunting Kraven for years." You know what I'm saying? So we don't really know. Like,
catch Kraven.
I mean, yeah, it definitely left.
He was the one that even found him. He was the one that was like, "Yo, this guy uses this crush seed."
Yeah, but remember, he said he'd been tracking him for a long time. He just never, and nobody never knew who he was. They thought it was a myth. The Pops leaked the footage for them to even get his facial to say, "Yo, this is who this dude is." You know what I'm saying? So the Pops really gave him up for real.
Pops,
yeah, but I think it definitely left a lot of questions for us as far as, like, who's these guys and what's going on. You know, the very few people that we knew, Rhino, Chameleon, but I don't know, man. Like, overall, it was a good watch.
Yes.
Yes. As far as sticking to the storyline of Kraven and how he got his powers, I think we all could agree, like, there was a dud on that.
Another thing I didn't like. How we gonna spend the first 20 minutes establishing that this is the greatest hunter ever in the world? You know, this man has spent his life doing this to establish and he's tracking down people. And then 10 minutes later, this guy going to ask this lawyer for help because I can't find this guy.
Who?
That's the Calypso. He went to Calypso for help finding it. He's like, "You gotta help me find these people that I can't find out here." And I'm like, What do you mean? You're the best hunter in the world. Like, you need this lawyer? You coming up into this DEA building barefoot?
Oh, when they kidnapped his brother.
Barefoot asking for that was pretty hard though. Nice. I thought he was gonna break something when he was jumping off of that building. I like how they did that. I'm not gonna lie. I like how it wasn't smooth. I know Jackie Chan flick.
As far as the action, what you think about the action? How did you like the action?
Action was dope, bro. Everything was dope. I think the rhino fighting the rhino scene was dope. I thought how he killed the first guy with the with the tiger's tooth. That was dope. I like how I think one of the best action scenes was when they put the bear traps down. He was killing people with the bear traps.
Right.
Like he knew where they was at. He's like he found them. Right. Chopped one dude's head off with it. It just showed the brutality of what Kraven is.
One of my favorite action scenes was when the foreigner was beating his ass. Because that just looked hilarious to me. Because Kraven is jacked. This guy is shredded. Yeah. And then this foreigner dude is just doing all of this weak level martial arts. They're just coming out of nowhere. Wow. Dude look like he packed no form of a punch whatsoever.
I mean, do you guys think it's gonna be a follow up, a sequel to it?
No.
Would you want to see it?
No. No and no.
Not from Sony.
I'll give you what Sony said themselves. They're done. They're not gonna be. They were trying to make a Sony extended universe with this Venom, Madam Web, and the rest of them, but they're not doing it anymore. This was the last one, which thank God. And hopefully they come with something else. Or they just sell everything to Marvel. I'm pretty sure Marvel was in the process of buying Sony, or Disney was in the process of buying Sony, so now they'll have Sony and Marvel. So
let me ask you a question. This is the question I gotta ask. Just based on this movie alone. What made him really have the powers? Was it the serum? Or was it the serum mixed in with the tiger's blood? You know what I'm saying? Because for real. Because the grandma said the serum would help you heal somebody.
Yeah.
But then
and what the lion
they show when the lion was mangling him up. They showed the lion's blood dropped into his blood, and then she gave him the serum, and it almost looked as if the lion's blood and his DNA was kind of like.
Yeah, that's what was happening. That's what was implied, because we did the whole cheap ass scene with the runes and stuff and the blood. They could have put more money into that too. Give us a better explanation on this blood trans, because we just saw like runes and symbols that we never saw before. The grandmother never had them up, nothing. Nothing. And then this chick pulled out like a whole 16-ounce bottle of liquid after a while. Like, I can't trust you with my family. See, this guy has it in him. What we gave it to him when he was younger. Right. Like, what do you mean? We could have avoided so much of it. We could have had a completely another story.
But that's why I said though. I think that they would have had better success just giving us Kraven and giving us action, and then maybe being able to do a sequel and then have a good portion of it give us the backstory of how Kraven became Kraven, and then kind of finish off. You know what I'm saying? Because trying to give us how Kraven became Kraven and then still trying to give us a action movie plot, it was too long. Because the movie was 2 hours and 20 minutes.
2 hours and 7 minutes.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So to add anything else is gonna have everybody in the theater sleeping.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
For real. So I think that for me, that was probably one of the biggest mistakes of just trying to incorporate every single thing in one movie. You know what I mean? For the casuals who didn't know who Kraven was, and for the people who do know who Kraven was, it was a lose-lose, because the people who know Kraven's story is like, that's not a story. You see what I'm saying?
That is his family though. And his brother, the doctor. They was talking about a doctor, the same one that messed up the rhino. Yeah, that's the same one that gave his brother the powers of the chameleon. So, which is also one of the versions that I didn't like, because the old school chameleon had a suit. The newer one that they do it in the comics, he took a serum, some mutagen stuff, and now his skin looks like that. But that's the one that they went with. But I rather the old one with the suit. Man, that was a classic. Bro had the mask. Bro had the microfiber suit that changed to anybody clothes, changed his voice and all of that. It was just a spy. It wasn't no mutated serum or nothing, because he had the talent already. We just needed him to be more of a badass. I didn't like that they made him a bitch, but that was one of the better parts of the movie. You get me? The way how he was acting was one of the better parts of the movie. Because like he's the scared, timid one, and he wants to be more like his brother, understand the family dynamic. But they could have progressed it a bit further, faster.
But it was hard. They had to give us so much.
They didn't have to.
You know what I mean?
They didn't have to. Have is a strong word.
They had to though, because then we would have been left with many more questions of how and why. You know what I'm saying?
Depends. Well, we'll see with the new like Superman movie too, because they're not gonna explain a lot of stuff of the how and why. So we'll see how that turns out. Or they might.
Yeah, but it's a little more simpler with Superman because everybody knows the Superman story.
Okay.
And some version, and probably the whole world, you can ask anybody in the world. You take a survey, you know who Superman is. Where's he from? Krypton, and he's
almost as popular
Kryptonite.
as
You know what I'm saying?
He's almost as popular as Jesus.
He's almost as popular as Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. But you ask about Kraven, nobody only.
But they overcomplicated Kraven. He's just a guy that hunts shit. It's not that complicated. There didn't need to be no Lions DNA. There had to be some witches and Calypso shit. You had to keep that. But then they never had to go into all of that detail. It's just a guy does steroids, hunts animals, hunts people. Feels like he's the best. That's what Kraven is. You didn't have to go through all of this and the family dynamics and da-da-da-da and da-da-da. I understand that you needed to flesh out a little bit more on the character, but if you're going to do a Kraven movie, give me a hunt. Give me a hunt. Because who was he hunted in this specifically?
He was hunting the dope dealers. It looked like the killers.
Yeah, but there wasn't like one main person.
Nah,
It was his father at the end.
It was. He said they got a list. They kept saying it.
Yeah,
he got a list. And if
but
you own it, you never getting off.
But we didn't get. He picked up the list in prison. No, it was the list of people that was.
Nah, he picked up the list from the dudes in Africa. Remember he killed them, and the dude went back.
That was on the door when he had the book.
Yeah, that wasn't in prison though. Remember he went back to the dude office, and the dude came in, and he was like, "Hey, boss, we ran into a little problem.
So
this guy was Kraven, and I killed him." And he had the book, and he said, "What's your name?"
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, you pretty low on the payroll, but
yeah,
it's not even his book. He didn't write it. He just picked it up. You get me? So I didn't feel like no connection to it. It's not like a handwritten list that he's sweating over and he puts in like his jacket pocket and he just keep pulling it out and he has to like wipe his eyes to read it because this shit is faded out so long. That would have been.
I mean, you know why I kind of understood it, because I feel like they had to make it more for the casual fan than the diehard fan. Right? Because the diehard people know who Kraven is. The casual fans don't know who Kraven is.
Yeah, but still.
You know what I'm saying?
Still.
And the Marvel name sells. When you say he's a Marvel character, Marvel sells. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's not going to go, especially he's not a well-known action actor. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's his other movie? That
he was in Bullet Train.
He was in what?
He was in Bullet Train.
How well did that do?
That was fucking great.
Yeah, how well did it do? Ticket sales.
I thought it did good.
Nah, that shit ain't do no good.
His best movie he did.
That shit was in the movie for 2 weeks.
His best movie he did was Kick A or Age of Ultron. That was his best movie.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Even Age of Ultron, he wasn't a lead. He was a character. You know what I'm saying? But to have him star as an acting role, the lead role in his own movie.
Well, he did that in Kick Ass. Kick Ass, he was one for two movies.
Because for real, I didn't even know, watching the movie, I didn't even know until I seen the name that was the same dude from Age of Ultron. Right. Because this one now, he's muscled up, he's bigger, he got the beard, he got all, and Age of Ultron, he had no hair on his face, they made him look skinny. And was fast. He was Wanda's brother, right?
He was Kick-Ass too.
He was Kick-Ass?
Yeah.
The dude with all the metal in his body that they kicked.
That's the same dude.
I didn't even realize. You see, he has so much range.
That's what I'm saying.
He has so much range. I didn't even use it that well. But Bullet Train didn't do bad. It had 84 mil as the budget, and then it got 238 internationally. So worldwide.
It's horrible. That's horrible.
They doubled it. They
Worldwide,
definitely
though.
more. Yeah.
Because you're not just
Domestically, it was like
doing that
103.
in the U.S.
Domestically, it was 103.
It's hard to get a real life character to be that. You
Put
know
him
what
on
I'm saying?
steroids. What happened to the old days when actors
Ain't
and
no steroids.
I got a rant.
Ain't
You
no
wanna get them jacked up?
Ain't no steroids on fight.
That's why we're not breaking any baseball records these days, man. Nobody's really in it for the sport. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You get me? Get on the steroids. Look at Jonathan Majors. Look at Thor. Look at these dudes. Nobody not saying. Look at The Rock. Look at The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. That nigga's off. That nigga's post 60, bro. And look at him. And you thinking he's not on juice? Come on, bro. Juice up for the road. Look how much money Dwayne. Look how much money Dwayne The Rock Johnson is making. Get on the steroids, man. And boost your career, bro. This man is back in WWE now. You get me? He's doing features, brother. Get on steroids. Do this for the role. Or at least ask them to pump up your suit with some more muscles.
Don't get on no roids, man.
Get on them. Get on them. Don't listen to them. What else you need? You have money, you have fame, you have the women. They all want you. You don't need nothing else. Bro.
Don't get on no roids.
And if it stopped working, there are medications for that. Trust me.
You trying to kill us, man.
Yeah.
He might be allergic to roids.
Yeah.
He died.
Get on them steroids.
He's gonna be addicted to roids.
Speak to your doctor first. Make sure that these roids are good for you. Start with tests.
Roids ain't never good.
Facts.
I don't ever want to take nothing that's gonna make my pecker not work.
Facts.
For real. Straight up. Y'all can have that shit. Roid up if you want to, man.
Hey.
For real.
Hey.
Not for no roll. But back to Kraven, man. I mean, where y'all ranking it at, like in terms of other, I guess, Sony, Marvel, DC.
It's one of the higher Sony movies. It's one of the higher Sony movies for me. I rated over the last two Venoms. I rated two Venoms. I put the first Venom before it though. The first Venom is like one of my favorites.
You think Kraven is better than the last two Venoms?
Yeah. Nah, you are. Oh, I don't need to rewatch any of them.
Yeah, nah, you are.
I was saying to myself, I might need to rewatch. Nah, I'm not doing that to myself.
I'll say the second one's better than this.
The second one.
I mean, see the thing about it though.
Carnage? Damn.
But see the thing is though, we've had 3 Venom movies to compare, like for them to be able to give us a little bit more to get right compared to really one Kraven movie. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's better than the third one, but it ain't better than the
Nah, because the third one is better than the second one. He's tripping.
Nah. Third one.
He's tripping. He's tripping. This man don't even have
So the best Venom movie is the first one?
The first one's the best one.
Yes. The first one is the best
one.
one.
Third one is the worst.
Third one is second best, and the second one is the worst. Because the second one,
Third one
with Carnage is weird.
Third one is the worst.
There's no reason for Carnage to team up with Scream.
Some horse Venoms, man. It's straight foolishness. And then Noah, they got his head down the whole movie. Kill everybody. Nobody want to see that Skeletor.
To be
He
honest,
was like a bootleg Skeletor from He-Man, man. Stop it, man.
he might be right, but I'm still gonna stick with my original.
Hey, you let him stick. If you want to see a remake the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, watch Venom 3. That's what that is. Because Noah is nothing but a bootleg Skeletor. Kill them all. And it's sending the horses through the galaxy. Come on, man. It was foolishness, man. Nah.
So we can agree that nobody wants to see a Kraven 2.
No.
No.
Yes, we can agree on that.
Yeah,
nobody wants to see
no Kraven Part 2.
Kraven Part 2.
No.
Do you want to see Kraven maybe in another, like maybe in the next Spider-Man as a villain?
Yeah, if it's done on a Marvel studio. So like, I would love to see Kraven like break Tom Holland's back. I'd love to see something. You get me? Or like crush his arm or something like that. You get me? Like
Moses is out of control.
Yeah, bro. I just want to see somebody squish him like a bug. Yeah, Kraven would be sick in that. But they'd have to use like a proper act, because this Kraven, I believe he was on steroids too. You know, I give him props because his physique was amazing for the movie. And if they carry that over to like MCU, and the Kraven that we get is like a 6'2" jackman that barely knew how to speak English before the movie, perfect. Perfect. Give me somebody on a Russia, one of those dudes with the jaw line that is like, yeah, I'm on shit.
Yeah, right.
This guy's analogy is
Yeah,
good.
it's crazy.
For real, for real.
One of them
Alright, so we
probably got
don't
those.
want to see Kraven 2. Possibly Kraven in a Marvel Studios film
Definitely.
as a villain for maybe somebody else's film, possibly Spider-Man or
Is Kraven in the Sinister Six?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just give us a Sinister Six with Tom Holland. End this contract. Do it all. Not saying that I hate Tom Holland, but you know what Marvel does.
Overall, what you rating the movie?
6.5.
6.5.
What we doing? We rating it as like movies overall, or we rating it like as a Sony Marvel movie?
I mean, what you want to rate it?
Movies overall. He said movies overall. Okay, so as
We're not
movies
rating
overall,
them.
I'm gonna give it like a 5. But I can't rate it. Well, what was the? Well, yeah, I can do it. I can definitely do this. 5 or 6. 6 or 7 if I'm intoxicated. If you're intoxicated, you can watch this movie amazingly, and it's a great watch. But if you're like sober and looking at it for problems, it's a 6. It's a 6.
I mean, honestly, I rated a 7, man, based on the action in the movie. But I would probably drop it down based on the storyline of how the story transpired through the movie. Like, they gave us a little bit too much of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the gangster shit of the family. The pops is the arms organized crime guy, and he got the 2 sons. But then y'all sent us 10 years later, and this guy get chewed up by a lion, and now he's living in the woods in Russia. And it's like, what the hell have we got going on, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just
We didn't
it
start
just
here.
transformed us from here back there, then back to the future again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So-
that's exactly how it felt, to be honest. It's
Yeah,
like they
for
told
real,
us a
for real.
story, they brought us back, and it was like, I don't think you understood what we told you before properly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
For real.
It was a lot of too much stuff, but I understand what you meant. If they kept it to like 3 things, like the father, him hunting the people,
Yeah.
and possibly just like his brothers
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to see
yeah.
him, or Rhino, those 3 things could have been it.
Yeah. Because then you had to go back and figure out, like, oh shit, this guy Rhino is the guy who
Yeah,
was
that
on the hunting trip with them when they was
That's completely
little
unnecessary.
boys. Like,
Completely
Everybody,
you know what I'm saying? It was like,
everybody, if you notice, everybody but the pops, who's the main people on the hunt trip, got powers.
yeah.
Kraven got powers,
Yeah.
Kraven got powers, and the Rhino dude got
Yeah,
powers. They all
facts.
got powers.
Oh,
Pops got ate
oh,
by a
yeah.
bear.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
He got ate by a bear.
Yeah, that's and that was crazy at the end. The pops, like, he took the pops bullets.
Spoiler alert. Moses just spoiled. More spoiler alert.
What do you mean? We've been talking about the movie for the
He
past
ain't
half
tell
hour.
me. No. He ain't tell me. Killed
The
the
end, that's not the end of the movie.
The pops died.
Well, no, he said it. I ain't say it.
I mean, the cat's out the bag now. The movie's out, but that was a crazy.
Spoiler.
That
alert.
was a crazy part. Like, I didn't really like the way that, you know what I'm saying?
How the pops died.
Yeah, like
He wasn't gonna kill him.
he like, yeah, you ain't gonna kill him, but
But you did.
You did.
You
That's
left-
why
you
the
left
brother
him
was like,
stranded.
"Yo, tell me what happened with Pops again." You know what I mean? Like, tell me again what happened.
Yo, no, that was
This
funny.
nigga-
That was funny.
Was it an accident?
He like, yo, you ain't good, bro. Like,
Yeah, like-
you talking about you good. We
Yeah.
all bad. I
Facts.
need my own powers, bro. I want powers too. You got powers. He got powers. Let me get some powers.
Yeah,
What's
facts.
happening?
Yeah, he like, let me get some powers.
I don't want to feel weak no more. Bro, it's
Yeah.
like I want a little taste of all of this. I want to be singing in my nightclub.
He
no
said,
more.
"I want it all." He said, "Yo, there's so much here for the taking. Taking it all. Shit, you about to go back to the woods in Russia?
Which
Shit."
also was a crazy character swap because I didn't expect him to do the full 180 after that.
Yeah.
Expect like a little bit of buffering, or at least talking to your brother or something.
Yeah. It was like he showed up at the restaurant.
Bro bought a ticket to New York immediately. As soon as he got back in custody, that man bought a ticket to New York.
Right.
You want New York guy to get the shot.
Had to get it real quick.
I mean, so as far as overall Marvel, man, do we have anything else outside of Sony Studios for the Marvel 2025 universe that we're looking forward to, man?
Yeah, we got Captain America, Brave New
Nice.
World,
February.
and there's one more that we had the trailer for too, Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Looking forward to Thunderbolts too. And I think that's pretty much it. They may drop something else for next year, but I'm not too keen on it at the moment.
Facts. Yeah, so we got two good watches, man, in 2025. Keep your eyes open, man. Moses, tell them one more time, man, where they can find you at.
You can find me on IG, Moses Time, or Moses.time with a Y. And all of the socials are the same. And yeah.
You already know, man. Ace Lombardi on IG, man. Go ahead, follow.
That's a fact, man. It's your boy Shooter at Tree Culture and at Tree Culture _studios, man. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe, send us your comments, man. And we want to say happy holidays to everybody. The end of the year review from the bros.
Season's
2025. Look out for what's coming, man.
Facts.
Y'all already know. Tap in.
All right, y'all.